Yo, 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 it's your boy back again with another one on Harm Recovery channel. When we just don't look for recovery, we hunt for it. Wherever it is, we gonna find it. Anywhere, under anything, no matter how far we gotta go, we gonna find that joint. Alright, yo, like today, I'm gonna talk about, how can I call it? Just downplaying yourself. You know what I mean? And we so used to, like I said, getting put down and all that we downplay ourselves. Kind of like self-sabotage, but kind of different, in the same way. Like, I tell you, like, give you an example. I was sitting in there and laying in bed. I took a nap because I had a headache. I've been getting headaches later. I don't know why. Lately, I don't know why, but you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like, probably just stress. Not really just stress, because I'm not stressed, but I don't know what it is. Probably my body healing itself, my brain healing itself, because your boy lost a lot of brain cells back in the day. But anyway, so like I was laying in bed and I'm like thinking like my subscribers not where I want them to be, my views are not where I want them to be. Like what can I do to make it more exciting? Like make it more where people want to watch it, you feel me? But then I thought about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not even about to change nothing up with it. I'm not about to change nothing up with it. I'm about to leave it like it is, and stay on my mission. You know what I mean? Because once I start making it funny or start making it, you know what I'm saying, like a joke or whatever, like it's not gonna be the same no more. It's not gonna be the mission that I started out to do. You feel me? Like I started out to make it to make uh to make recovery known. You know what I'm saying? To speak about recovery. You know what I'm saying? All about recovery. That's why, like I said, I made my family channel. That's where all the funny stuff happens. That's where all the you go to watch and laugh or whatever. You need to laugh, go watch that. I'm not saying that it ain't fun. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna do like when I'm with my guests or whatever, like, you know what I'm saying? But this is serious stuff right here, recovery, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't even want to throw that type of stuff into this, you know what I'm saying? This is serious business here, this is serious business, you know what I'm saying? I try to make a little funny, you know what I'm saying? A little funny here and funny there just to lighten the mood or whatever, but at the same time, though, like, I'm not about to make it all fun into a joke. You know what I'm saying? And, like my mom said, she tell me we talk about just stay on the mission. Just stay on the mission and then, it'll come through. And so that's what I plan on doing. Like I said, the subscribers will come through, boy. Subscribers will come through and then all that stuff, It's gonna take time, you know what I mean? It's only been out for a month. But so like that's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna stay on mission, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly. But like what I want to talk to about today is the same thing of like why. And this just goes like my channel is not just for people in the hood or for whatever. It's for everybody that's struggling with addiction. You know what I'm saying? It needs to be talked about more. It needs to be out there more. I don't understand. Well, I do understand, but at the same time, like we need to make it so where this stuff gets out there, and it's more like talked about more. Recovery. I know it's talked about a lot. There's a lot of a lot of recovery out there. Don't get it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But it's not talked about as much. They talk about using drugs and drinking more than they talk about recovery. You know what I'm saying? And then how I think about it, it need to be on the same playing field. You know what I'm saying? You got so many people struggling in recovery out there. Now, I'm not just talking about people that's some lower class. I'm talking about a lot of higher class people out there too. You know what I'm saying? And just so, so easily, you know what I'm saying? Just like cops and judges and, lawyers and teachers and, people in a higher authority, you know what I'm saying, that's struggling with addiction. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest, they'll come down to come down to the hood, you know what I'm saying, to where we, you know what I'm saying, where we at, and, you know, grab them a bag or grab them this or whatever, or get home from work I'm talking about every day, and grab them something to drink. You know what I'm saying? If you going home and you getting you a glass or a bottle to drink, or every day a bottle of wine or something like that, you're an alcoholic. Like, let's be honest. But they want to sit there and they want to judge us about what we do. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get in politics like that. I'm just saying that it don't matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, you know what I'm saying, you struggling with addiction, you struggling with alcoholism or whatever. You know what I'm saying? This need to be talked about also. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people bury, you know what I'm saying, bury their addiction, bury their alcoholism. They, you know what I'm saying, especially people in the higher, you know what I'm saying, like it's, you know, it's something to be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing though, it need to be talked about. It need to be, well, if a lot more people was open with their, you know what I'm saying, recovery, you know, they want to recover in the dark. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy to me because how are you going to, if you're a person in a higher, like, you know, like a star or actor or something like that, you know, which I get it, you know what I'm saying, you put that out there, people frown upon it, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, people don't like that, you know, oh, you're in recovery or you're just an addict, and that's crazy that people even think like that, but that's the way the world works. But that's because it's not out there enough where people know. You know what I'm saying? We need to get it out there. You know what I'm saying? Recovery is a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? It's helping people. You know, it's a blessing. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, shoot, I'm Mr. Recovery. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I get in front of 1,000 of you know, the worldwide net and tell my story. You know what I'm saying? And I know it takes strength to do that. You know what I mean? Like, but the thing about it is, what I'm trying to say is, like, if people would do that more, bro, like, it would be so much better. It would save so many lives. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand, like I said, why people recover in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got so many people looking up to you. Show that it's known that you're getting help. Show that it's known that you know what I'm saying, this is not right. This is not good. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, you know, it doesn't matter if it's tarnished how people look at you, because they're going to look at you some type of way anyway. People are gonna judge anyway. You know what I mean? No matter if you're in recovery or you the richest person in the world or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, and the reason why I'm saying this too is because I know there's a lot of people out there with money or good jobs or whatever, like I said, that is struggling with addiction and, you know, wants help and wants to be in recovery, but, you know, they don't want to be judged, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you gonna let somebody die, you know what I'm saying, and just because you want to judge them, which is crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? And you know what's crazy? When they brought the, you know, like, alcohol is plastered all over everything. You talking about billboards, you talking about commercials, you talking about TV shows, you talking about, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not, you know, it is what it is, you know, I'm not even, you know, downplaying, you know, the alcohol companies, make your money, do what you do, you feel me? Get that bread. But at the same time, bro, it's like, and some people, it's fine. They can have a drink every once in a while. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many people with you know what I'm saying, that has a disease of addiction that can't even have, you know what I'm saying? They can't handle that. They take one drink just like me. I take one drink. I'm out. You know what I'm saying? I'm a totally different person. I'm out of there. You know what I'm saying? There's no going back for me, you know, when it comes to alcohol. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many people out there with that, you know, they just got that click in their brain that they just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying it's the people that make alcohol fault, and, you know, it's not, but it's the point of why does it have to be plastered all over TV, all over billboards, all over everything. You know what I'm saying? You go and in the goddamn gas station nowadays, there's freaking alcohol, there's beers, there's, you know what I'm saying? And I know back in the day, you didn't used to, you know, you couldn't find no beer, no alcohol, no gas station. You had to go to the liquor store. You know what I'm saying? Or the bar or whatever. It's just getting so crazy out here to me, like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. And in that point of they making all this bad stuff out here for you, you know what I'm saying? Right now, just reachable, and you know anybody can get to it. So why not make a recovery the same way? You know, just like some of these recovery, these rehabs and stuff, bro. Like they got my man was going through this not too long, just the other day. Well, not too long ago, where he wanted to go to rehab and stuff like that, but his insurance wouldn't pay for him going to rehab because he wasn't using in the last week or the last couple of days. It's been like, I think it was like 3 weeks or something. So it's like, so you're my insurance, and you're not gonna pay for me to go to rehab because I just wasn't using yesterday. You know what I'm saying? What, you want me to go out there and use just for me to go to rehab? I mean, how does that make sense, bro? There's so many things that's blocking us from getting help that it's not even funny. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's crazy. Like, how you gonna make this man go out and use before he can go to rehab? Like, how does that work, bro? It seems like you'll be like, oh, you ain't used in 3 weeks? Okay, well, let me come on in. You know what I'm saying? All right, you already got a head start. You know what I'm saying? From the rest of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? That's how it should be. Not like, oh, you ain't using 3 weeks? Oh, okay, we can't, oh, you don't have a problem. What you mean this dude been using drugs and alcohol for 30 freaking years? Now he want to get help, but he, you know, ain't been drinking or using for 3 weeks, and now he can't get help. He can't go to rehab. How does that make sense, bro? Like, that's crazy to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I said, you got all this alcohol and all this stuff, and it, you know, all plastered all over. You know what I'm saying? All over the TV and stuff. Like they glorify using drugs and stuff like that. Like it's a good thing. You know what I'm saying? In the movies and all this other stuff. But I don't see them glorifying, you know what I'm saying, people going to rehab. They don't even talk about that in most movies. You know what I'm saying? Some they do every once in a while. I'll give it to you. Every once in a while. But how many movies do you see where, you know, the actors acting like they doing cocaine or whatever? You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy about it is, you know, and the real crazy part about it is most of the time when they on that movie doing that cocaine, they probably is really doing that cocaine. You know what I'm saying? And they just film it like it's okay. Like, you know, that's crazy to me. It's mind blowing to me. Like, why? Like, how? But like I said, but this man want to go to rehab, but he can't go to rehab because he ain't using 3 weeks. That don't even make sense, guys. Like, let's be honest. Like, what's up with that? I don't get that at all. You know what I'm saying? They make it such a problem for you to be getting help. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you a drug user, you a drunk, you a whatever. Oh, he's the coolest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Let's stop that, guys. Let's try to change that around. That don't even make sense to me. How many people is dying out here because they putting fentanyl and everything else in this world right now? You know what I'm saying? In the drugs and stuff like that. Boy, you better quit. I'm sorry. But anyway, I swear, I'm serious, guys. This is crazy to me. Like, it's nuts. So we need to band together and just, like I said, make this stuff known out here. You know what I mean? And I know, like I said, I know there's recoveries out loud, and you know what I'm saying. But it's like we're an ant in this big old world. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're an ant. We just need to get out here and make this stuff like serious before, you know what I'm saying, everybody die. They got 6 years old, 5 years old, whatever, you know what I'm saying, overdosing on drugs nowadays. You feel me? Like, and that's straight crazy. You know what I mean? Because like I said, you know, and it's crazy to me because, like I said, I'm not down to nobody. That's not what I'm trying to do with all this. That's not at all what I'm trying to do. But you talking about these rappers and stuff out here that these kids is listening to, it's, you know, they make it okay to sell drugs. They make it okay to get that fast money. And it's been going on for a long time. You feel me? Like I said, I was one of them, so I can't even speak on none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I was a real life criminal. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of these straight actors on this TV, these rappers and stuff that just trying to make that stuff look good. Because that's not how it is. That life right there is dangerous. You ain't just out there. They make it look, oh, I made all this fast money just from in a week. No, you didn't. And if you did what you get, how many times you get shot at? How many times, how many kids or how many people you killed with that product that you put out there? Like, let's be honest, you know what I'm saying? I can guarantee you a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? They don't put that side of the story on it. They just put the fast cars and the nice women or whatever it may be on that, you know what I'm saying, on that video. Which is crazy to me. Like I said, I'm not down nobody. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and make that money. But if you want to make that money, y'all need to put both sides of it on that story. You know what I'm saying? Just not that one side where you make it glorified. You know what I'm saying? Because real gangsters out there, you know what I'm saying, like me or like all my homeboys, you know what I'm saying, we know what that's about. You know what I'm saying? We should guarantee you that one. And that's why these rappers or whatever are having a hard time really today. I see a lot of rappers out there getting, you know what I'm saying, getting beef with people or whatever because of whatever y'all fake thugging out there. That's what you know what I'm saying? Like my homeboy Kenny that I had on here. Now that's a real thug. You know what I'm saying? He'll straight up, you know what I'm saying? He'll straight up tell you. You know what I'm saying? He ain't fake thugging out here. You know what I'm saying? But these rappers or whatever, I mean, some of them are, don't get me wrong. I ain't knocking nobody, you know what I'm saying, do your thing. But I'm saying, though, the image that they bringing out here does not make sense to me. You know what I'm saying? This life, if you gonna put that life out there, why don't you put out there how many times you had to struggle, how many times you got to run from the cops, how many times that you got shot at, or how many times you had to shoot at somebody else. That money ain't easy to be making out here. You know what I'm saying? For what they portraying on that TV. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it ain't even just the thugging part that I'm talking about. I'm talking about it's the selling drug. You know what I'm saying? Because they selling them drugs to somebody. They're selling drugs to addicts. You know what I'm saying? Once you flip that camera around and show them the addicts that's buying them when they ain't got no houses, you know what I'm saying? They're dying. They're, you know what I'm saying, homeless. They're, you know what I'm saying, all this other stuff. Why don't you flip that camera around on that one? You know what I'm saying? While you sitting there driving in your big cars and your fancy houses or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, they don't show the other side of the coin enough. And that's straight up. Like, that's how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it ain't, like I said, and the people that are recovering, they're recovering in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, let's just bring that out to light. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know doctors and lawyers and, you know what I'm saying? And you talking about judges, I know a couple, you know what I'm saying, like real life couple judges that's go to the hood to get them some cocaine and stuff, and they might only do the cocaine or whatever on the weekend, but let me tell you one thing, you still locking people up for selling cocaine or doing cocaine or whatever the case may be, and you sitting there doing the same thing. You sitting there locking people up for drinking and driving or whatever else, and you sitting there doing the same thing. You think that lawyer or that whoever, that cop or whatever, you know what I'm saying, when he want a bottle, he at home drinking, you think he just don't get a drink or call his friend to go get a drink? Hey guy, are you sober? I need to go get a drink. Can you come pick me up and give me a lift? No, they jumping in their whip and they going to get that drink they sell. But they want to lock somebody up the next day for drinking and driving. It don't make no sense to me, guys. That's just straight crazy to me. It's just like, how can you do that? You know what I'm saying? And I understand that everybody live their own life, but okay, if you want to do that, then why don't you give somebody a break sometime? Like, okay, you know what? Don't drink and drive no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lock you up today. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a chance. You don't get none of that. You know what I'm saying? You got these cops out here killing people and stuff like that. And most of the time, who even knows if they even high? You talking about the cops got to take drug tests and stuff like that, but that's only if they have suspicion of using drugs. And I'm not even talking about the first time. Because cops, like, let me tell you one thing. This is one thing for sure. Cops is like a gang. You know what I'm saying? They stick together. You know what I'm saying? Just like these gang members out here, they stick together. They do dirt or something like that, they stick together. They hide that stuff, they bury that stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's be honest. So, that's if they get caught multiple times. You feel me? Like, really, it's dirty out here. Not even just the cops, you talking about the judges. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's doing dirty out here, that's in a big position, they covering it up. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know. Even the president. I don't even know. I'm just telling you who, you know what I'm saying? You never know who has an addiction problem out here anymore. Because like I said, they cover it up so well. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, so then when they do have to, when they in recovery, they recover in the dark. You know what I'm saying? You know, so many people, millionaires and stuff like that, go to rehab, their kids go to rehab and stuff like that you don't hear about, and it's crazy, guys. Like, I don't get that stuff, like, at all. You know what I'm saying? If we're going to do this, then let's do it right. You know what I'm saying? You're going to be in recovery, then to let it be known. You know what I'm saying? It don't matter how what people want to look at you, because they shouldn't be looking at you like that anyway. If you're in recovery, they should be happy that you're in recovery, that you're getting your life together. You know what I'm saying? You're not killing yourself. I don't know why that's something to hide about. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm going to hide that I'm not killing myself no more. How does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Not at all. You know, but like I said, I'm sitting there ratting and raving and whatever. I just wanted to throw that out there. Y'all know how I get, you know, so especially sometimes I get to going. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I love y'all. And just, let's just get out here, guys. Let's just make this recovery as bright as you know, people out here hiding, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs, you know what I'm saying? Let's just make it out there. Let's bring it out there as much as possible. That's my goal. Anyway, it's just for everybody to know. You know what I'm saying? Recovery is a great thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no point in hiding it. You know what I'm saying? So, Vinny, your mom wants you. Sorry, guys. Here, I think you bet a charger, which is crazy. How you gonna bite the metal piece of the charger? I mean, who does that? Messing with stuff he ain't supposed to be messing with. Yep, hard-headed, just like his daddy. Nope, I just got hurt on it. Let me go get it again. You know, see if it might not hurt me this time. You know, but I mean, he get it honest. So I tell you that one, because I was the same way. Got arrested, you know what I'm saying, over this stuff like yesterday, but I might not get arrested this time. You know, that type of stuff. But anyway, guys, I love y'all. You already know I'm proud of y'all. Super, 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 super duper proud of y'all. Y'all keep up the good work up. Y'all just go ahead and keep this recovery thing strong. You feel me? Because we got to do it. Y'all like, y'all subscribe, you know what I'm saying? Y'all put them comments down below or what y'all think I should be talking about or doing, you know what I'm saying? I'm all ear for suggestions for sure. So put them comments down below. Hit that subscribe button up top, you feel me? And so we can get this message out to the strong people. We can get it. We can do this every day, you know what I'm saying? This is my life every day is recovery. You feel me? So like, subscribe, hit that post notification, you feel me? And put them comments down below. And I love y'all. I'm proud of y'all. And y'all stay up, stay strong. Peace.